Hello, and welcome back to F1 Championship Season 2000. We are currently still leading the way here, with 1 point over Michael Schumacher after some difficult races. However, I am pretty confident we are going to be taking the win here today. Let's jump into qualifying and see where we get. So taking a look at qualifying results, Mika Hakkinen gets pole position from David Coulthard, Rubens Barrichello, Michael Schumacher, Heinz-Harald Frentzen, Jarno Trulli, and Jacques Villeneuve in 7th. We end up all the way down the field in 19th, so I was on a flying lap, and then I accidentally cut the corner. So, better than last, but not ideal. Alright, here we go. It is 5 red lights. And we are underway. Now we are underway for the Italian Grand Prix. Of course, it's the only Italian Grand Prix. San Marino is, as Imola is San Marino, I should say. Gonna try to get around Mika Salo here into turn 1. Gonna hit around a few people.
If you're not careful, you'll damage your front wing.
Did kind of bash into De La Rosa there, but no harm done. Up to 14th. Gonna make easy work of some of these back markers. They do just have insane quality pace, and then in the race they don't have nearly as much. There's a broken down Jacques Villeneuve. I imagine we are gonna get a drive-through for that, because I did kind of pass Jacques Villeneuve. But of course she'd have been stupid not to. Because we're going to get around Frentzen up into the top 5. There is our championship rival as we kind of hit him. That's Michael Schumacher. We're going to get around him and up into the podium here by the end of lap 1. Going to dive in the front of David Coulthard around the Parabolica. And get the slipstream here on Mika Hakkinen. And we take the lead at the end of lap 1. So now we just have to drive smart. Disappointing news as Jenson Button retires from the race. So that is not good for the team, but we are leading this race, so I don't think they're that worried. Went for a bit of a spin here. Gonna get her back going though. We're close to our pit stop gap anyhow, so not a big deal. But yeah, definitely not ideal. We are starting to lap the back markers here as one of the Sauers getting in our way. But the win is almost assuredly in our hands on this round. A whole gaggle of lapped cars here. Oh, there are both Benettons, so we are slowly catching the top end of the field here. So even though we're going to be pitting this lap, there is my championship rival, Michael Schumacher. We're going to put him a lap down. That's insane. So we are in for our only stop this race. So a really good stop from the team. And we are going to still come out in first, although it seems that Schumacher is in second, as I would assume both Coulthard and Hakkinen have pit, unless something crazy happened that we did not see. So here is one of the McLarens, that's David Coulthard. We're going to put him a lap down. He lets us by. He has been a bit of a disruptor in this championship so far. So nice of him to just get out of our way. So after our pit stop for the second time around, we're going to be getting around both Rubens Barrichello and Michael Schumacher, as we let Barrichello get through on Schumacher, which would not hurt our feelings any, because of course he's only 1 point down on us. So it'd be nice to put a little bit of a gap in between the two.
You're pulling away from the car behind.
Went for a bit of lawn mowing there. I made a mistake. Completely missed my braking point while I am in the lead of this race.
Take it easy, the front wing is taking a lot of punishment.
Backmarker just completely got in our way. That was either Marc Genet or Mazepin. I forget what team they drive for. But yeah, completely gets in our way for no reason.
You're pulling away from the car behind.
A lot of these cars are almost harder to pass when they go a lap down than when you're actually getting around them the first time. As we start the final lap here of what has been one of our most dominant drives of the season, once again, it seems we either win or have huge problems. So we're happy to be back in winning ways. I just punted that back. I did not mean to do that. So as we come to the line here, it is another win on the season. It seems like we cannot be stopped for this championship.
Well done, great win. What a result, great driving.
I'm trying to get my breath back. What an amazing race. Ralf Schumacher puts in yet another fine performance. What a great drive. Well, that ends today's race, and all that's left for me to say is thank you for joining us. We hope you'll join us again for the next race. Thanks for joining us then here in Monza. We hope to see you for the USA Grand Prix.
So taking a look at the point standings, after that we have a 5-point lead over Michael Schumacher. David Coulthard and Mika Hakkinen seem to be unable to catch us, and Rubens Barrichello is way back with Frentzen, putting in an impressive 18 points given the circumstances. Villeneuve has also been within a shot, and so has Fisichella. All of the back markers sort of just in the bubble of the points have been really impressive. Anyways, that was round 14. We will see you in round 15. Up next, we have the United States Grand Prix. So let's jump into the qualifying results. Taking a look at qualifying, Mika Hakkinen takes pole from Michael Schumacher, David Coulthard, Villeneuve, Barrichello, Trulli, and Frentzen. We did not qualify, so we will start all the way down in last place after a pretty dominant win last time. And our teammate Button ends up in 15th, so not too bad from him either. So we shall see how we do in the race. Here we go. It is 5 red lights here at the United States Grand Prix. And we are underway. Starting behind the two Minardis. I believe there is a Prost as well. Gonna try to make up some positions here into turn 1. We're gonna go 3 wide as Mazepin almost hits us. We do hit a couple people. We do damage a wing. We even hit our teammate Button. But we slot into 15th, right behind Ricardo Zonta. Could have been worse. We've had starts from the back of the grid where we just completely lose a wheel, which is worse. So I can deal with a damaged wing as I hit the Prost. Do not need to do that. But we're underway. Verstappen not making it super easy for us to overtake, understandably. Don't overshoot turn 1. We're gonna still hold on, as it looks like Verstappen gets bent out of shape there. Dive down is inside, but we aren't successful. But we finally get the move done there. As the Frentzen gets into Fisichella. What a terrible, terrible move there from the two cars. We're going to chase down Barrichello, first points paying position here. As our teammate, as our title rival, is in the lead of this Grand Prix. Bit of a more difficult circuit for the AI, a little bit harder than last time out as we run into, I assume that was a Benetton. I did not realize he was trying to sneak around the outside. Barrichello's going to try to get us, but we're going to outbrake him into the corner. We need to not damage the car. I need to be a little smarter about that. Gotta get around Jarno Trulli. Start to chase down Villeneuve. Not very consistent around here. I don't know it at all. Obviously, I think the last Grand Prix was in 2006. So I'd have been a little kid, did not watch Formula 1 at that time. I was about 4 at that point. All I knew about Formula 1 up until I was like 12 was that it had commercials during Monster Jam, in Canada at least. So I don't know the circuit at all. I haven't played many games that have it in it. Starting to get to grips with it. I recently have been playing like the F1 Grand Prix from 2005 on the PSP, and so I've kind of learned it there, but still it's kind of a little weird looking. Oh, that was a bit of a questionable overtake to say the least. Let's look at the replay. Yeah, I don't know what we were thinking there. We just completely punt Villeneuve off.
You're about 3 seconds behind David Coulthard.
Very surprised not to get a penalty there. I don't think they give penalties in this game for dangerous driving, but surely if they did, we would have got one there. As we chase down David Coulthard for the final podium position here, I think we can even see Mika Hakkinen in the distance. We're going to try to get him. We do touch wheels and wings and whatnot. Some questionable overtaking today. Yeah, just completely bang wings. So Mika Hakkinen has gotten around Michael Schumacher. So do we. He must have pit.
In the pits, that should move you up a position.
Yes, confirmed by the engineer. We're only 3 seconds behind Mika Hakkinen though, so it's not too bad yet. We could still get the win, but it would be probably our hardest fought win. Haven't really had any problems, just not been on the pace of the other cars. I find they're quite a bit faster than me on the straights. Like, I've played around with the settings and there seems to be nothing I can do. But in the corners we're just way quicker than them. Later on the brakes, earlier on the throttle. As I do get all bent out of shape during that section. But we do start to see Hakkinen, and then I run into gravel. Now we start to catch up to him again. We're pretty much at the same section we were last time and making similar mistakes. We are going to have to pit, I believe, this lap. So we're going to go in here for our pit stop. I didn't know where the pit lane was there. I was a little worried we were going to DNF. Like, get disqualified. So we are going to come out in 18th place here, so we are going to have a lot of work to do. So it looks like maybe a few cars are going to be pitting now. We're up to 14th. Could be slightly higher, I don't know. Starting to catch some cars here. This Eddie Irvine. Herbert's behind us. We are in a bit of a Jaguar sandwich here. Here is the Sauber. I've always liked the look of these Saubers. I thought they looked cool. Get around, almost get around him is. We hit the gravel. Gonna try to overtake these two Saubers and work our way hopefully closer to the points. Probably the hardest we've ever had to work for points in this series. Usually losses come not from necessarily a lack of pace, but a lack of judgment, I would say. De La Rosa's just going to get out of our way. I appreciate that. Gonna try to get around the Jordan there. Didn't know where it was going to go. This time we do get the dive bomb. We don't send him into a wall like Villeneuve. Heidfeld in 8th with the Prost. We go too wide. We go too wide. Back down to 12th. Very disappointing. Back around solid there. Kind of another audacious overtake. We are trying to get the slipstream here off De La Rosa. We've moved up to 10th, I think.
The front wing has taken a slight knock. There's been a retirement. It's Giancarlo Fisichella.
As I just keep seeming to screw up random corners here. We've only got 2 laps to go though, so after this one, so we're gonna have to be smarter. If we want to score points, which we do. If I can get past Heidfeld, we'd be one spot out of the points, and I think with clean air we can challenge for the points. I imagine they can't be too far ahead. It's Ricardo Zonta in front of us, the BAR. Obviously he's probably not super pumped on us after we punted his teammate off the track. Teams say we're 10 seconds back with only 2 laps to go. This is going to be difficult. Had we not had that spin, it'd be a little easier. I just keep making mistakes. I need to lock in. Final lap. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it, though.
Rubens Barrichello has finished in 4th place. Jacques Villeneuve has finished in 5th place. Ricardo Zonta has finished in 6th place.
There you go. We're going to finish 7th. That's so disappointing after last time out. But that is racing sometimes.
A hard-fought battle comes to an end. That was a tremendous result by Ralf Schumacher. He'll be ecstatic with that performance. I hope you'll join us for the next round. Well, thanks for joining us here in Sepang, and that brings us to the end of another Grand Prix season.
So there you go. I don't know why he said I'd be ecstatic with that result, as I only got 7th. But we still have a 1-point lead over Schumacher, so that's good. I don't know. I think he just said that was the last race, but I think we have a couple more. Taking a look at the constructors, it looks like we're pretty much destined to finish 3rd. Button's not been carrying his weight, and it's going to be a battle at the top, somewhat of the Ferrari and the McLarens, but the McLaren should have it. So next time out will be our last 2 races of the season. It'll be starting with Suzuka and ending in Sepang. So hopefully we can get the win there. We're probably going to be trying really hard. So yeah, if you made it this far, thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.